I don't know what to say. It's not looking good for my Tesla short. I think some people were a little confused in my earlier video today. So I made a video talking about, hey, Tesla's overbought. It shot up at that point to 255. It was previously trading at lows of 212. I was like, hey, I think it's overbought. I'm going to get ready to short it. I'm watching it. I created a plan of action, and this is what I'm waiting for. Waiting. Not that I took an active short. I don't know if you have to clean those ears, or you just weren't paying attention and you just looked at the title and the thumbnail. And I get that, right? So let me go ahead and break this down and make this super, super simple. And again, this is 100% my opinion. It doesn't have to work out this way. And I'm well aware of that, right? Tesla shot up due to earnings. It beat earnings per share. It missed revenue. Regardless of why, it shot up, right? Great. It's coming back up to retest previous highs. There's been a very, very common resistance. If you are so confident, if you think I'm an absolute idiot for even considering shorting Tesla, right? Because I said I'm waiting to short Tesla. I created a plan of action, and I know that's kind of strange for some of you since a lot of you don't like to plan out your trade. But this plan can change accordingly because we don't know how long it's going to take for Tesla to actively get rejected, if it does, at the same previous resistance range that it's gotten rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and I'm looking for the 7th. Maybe the first one doesn't necessarily count because it did surpass 270, but a very common resistance range, right around 270 and 260. Sometimes it doesn't even hit 270, right? The last time it hit highs of around 265. Regardless, it's a general resistance range. No one knows exactly where a stock is going to peak. No one should pretend like they can. I don't know. I don't know if Tesla's going to rip up to 300. All I know is that Tesla's incredibly overbought within a very short period of time. The market as of right now is showing signs of weakness. So I created a plan of action just in case if Tesla does end up getting rejected, I don't have to go, oh man, what should I do? What should I do? No, I've already planned this all out, right? You create the plan before you take the trade. You're still waiting to take the trade, but you create it so you understand your exposure to risk and your potential for profit, right? So when looking at this, obviously there's huge pullback potential. And if you believe and you are so certain that Tesla's going to continue to skyrocket, I have this little theory. How about we put it to the test? I'm saying that I'm waiting to short Tesla. If you are so confident that Tesla's going to continue to surpass that highs, put your money where your mouth is. How about you buy Tesla at 260 per share? And all of it, right? As much as you can. If you're so confident that Tesla's going to surpass that resistance and it's going to hit 300, 330, then put money where your mouth is, right? So I made it very clear. I am waiting to short Tesla. There's the beautiful thing about creating a plan of action is that you prepare yourself for the potential opportunity that might present itself. And that's exactly what I expressed in my earlier video. And I wanted to share that with you because I was super excited because this isn't something that happens all the time. Tesla has had a very rough 2024. It's one of the worst performing stocks for 2024 that's part of the S&P 500, aside from what happened in the past 24 hours. Taking that aside, right, from where we were at to lows of 215 to where we opened in the start of 2024, Tesla stock was down. The market's thriving. NASDAQ, S&P 500, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, all companies are nearly at all-time highs, but Tesla has not been there. It's been having a rough patch, right? And I love Elon. I love Tesla, but I also do not allow my emotions to overcloud my thinking. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, just be real with yourself. There's no question that if you just even look at previous patterns, even if you don't believe in it, you just know that Tesla at 260, based off of current market conditions and how overextended the market is and how we're just about to get big tech to report earnings next week, how bad things can actually get. If big tech begins to cause the market to pull on back, which it does not have to, but if it does, you really think Tesla's going to hold up here? No. If the rest of the market falls, what do you think is going to happen to Tesla? This shouldn't instill fear in you because as of right now, Tesla is not actively selling off. So if you still have a long position, great. but you probably are someone that bought in down here. I would still be holding possibly my long position as well because there is no break of pattern. But if you are so naive to think that buying it at 260 per share is a good deal, then put money where your mouth is. That's all I have to say. It's down 1.2% after market hours. It could still continue to rally because the news is still relevant tomorrow and maybe even into next week. But again, it's just looking at previous patterns and understanding your exposure to risk. You buying at 260, or let's say me buying at 260 based off previous resistance levels to sell at 270, yeah, I could potentially make $10 per share if the momentum continues, but my exposure to risk is so much greater that it can go from 260 all the way back down to 200, and that just isn't worth it, right? Opportunity cost. My profit potential does not outweigh my risk potential. I just wanted to jump on here and just make it very simple to understand for those that don't understand the importance of creating a plan of action before you actually take a trade. So again, this isn't to instill fear. If you're invested in Tesla and you've been invested and you have no intention of selling, it's not to encourage you to sell. It's just making you aware of why I saw value in potentially shorting Tesla if I get confirmation of a reversal. A lot of you guys know that if you're part of my LPP team, we wait for the 3 stages of a reversal. For a short position, just like when we go long. For a short, when there's indication of an uptrend and we're still trading above EMA, there's no reason to short it, right? That would be jumping in early and hoping for something to happen that hasn't actually proven itself. Well, once we break below the EMA or the price action actually begins to show signs of selling pressure, then again, when it forms the lower highs and lower lows showing signs of selling pressure, then at that point I can justify, okay, opening short at overbought levels and make money on the retracement. Exactly what I'm going to be waiting for when it comes down to when I open this short on Tesla, if I get that confirmation. Just wanted to clear things up, and especially if you're part of our LPP team, I want to make sure that you're aware of that. So if I end up shorting it tomorrow, you know exactly what it is that I'm looking for when I actually take the short. Remember, there's nothing wrong with creating a plan of action and not actually following through with the trade if you never get confirmation. But I would rather be someone that is prepared rather than someone that doesn't know what to do when we actually get confirmation. And then at that point, having no plan is simply a plan to fail. But again, I don't have to tell some of you that, right? So I appreciate your time. I hope that earns a thumbs up. If you want to learn more on, again, how to implement a little bit more structure when it comes down to your trading, I trade live every single day, and I work with our beginners that are part of LPP every single day right at market open for our live session. If you want to tune on in, it's the second link in the description down below. I hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.